form of our sermon, our young people will come to speak to us on some biblical eras. We are very happy to have them being willing to talk to us this morning. And our first presenter this morning will be our sister Kimberly Simon. She will come and present the her biblical era. Put your hands together for Simon.
Great. Good morning, church. Good morning. Isn't it great to be in the house of the Lord this morning? Oh yes. It's always a great and wonderful thing to be in the house of the Lord. So I will be looking at 2 Chronicles chapter 20, and my biblical hero this morning will be King Jehoshaphat. So you can turn to the chapters to follow, but I have some specific chapters, verses I'll be looking on this morning. So to get an understanding, 2 Chronicles chapter 20. So basically, to get an idea of what was happening in this chapter, basically King Jehoshaphat, right? He had some enemies, but this was not just one nation, no, like we normally see it right throughout different chapters in the Bible. There were multitude of nations coming together and rising up against him. Now, Jehoshaphat acknowledged the fact that he could not win this battle on his own. So the first thing he did was to seek God's face. Now, this was a very smart thing to do, because a lot of times we say things in front of us and we believe that, yeah man, I'm able to do this and handle it on my own. But a lot of times we see the outcome of that and we know it's not too pretty. So Jehoshaphat seeked the face of God, which was the first thing he did. So, when we try to draw on our strength, we make it seem as if God is not able enough to handle it, or it's too small for the situation, or our situation is too big for him. You understand? And this is not supposed to be the case at all. No, because our strength is not sufficient. We must allow God to fight our battles for us, because he said it himself that we should lay our burdens on him. So Jehoshaphat went before God, and what he did a very smart thing. He didn't go before God by himself. He gathered the entire Judah to go before God and seek his face through not just prayer, but fasting and prayer. Yes. And remembering in a story in Matthew, I believe it was, when Jesus was talking to his disciples, and he told them that some things must come through fasting and prayer. Prayer is good enough, please don't get me wrong, but some things must come through fasting and prayer. And this is what Jehoshaphat did. He gathered his nation and he went before God, seeking his face in fasting and prayer. So we can look at it, because Jehoshaphat, he was human. He could have, got so overwhelmed by what was happening that he just said, we just can't do this, we could just give up, just throw in the towel. Or he could think that, he was good enough and gather all his men, try to get some allies from other nations, or, build weapons and try to defeat the nation that were coming up against him on his own. But as 2 Corinthians 10 verse 4 reminds us, that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. So our weapons should not be physical. Guns and ammunition and swords is not enough to fight some of the battles that we are going to face in life. Right. So Jehoshaphat realized this, and realized that he heeded to the voice of God in verse 15, which reads thus, and he said, "Hearken ye, all Judah, and ye inhabitants of Jerusalem, and thou King Jehoshaphat, thus saith the Lord unto you, Be not afraid or dismayed by reason of this great multitude, but the battle is not yours, but God's. So he reassured them that because you came and you seek my face, because you came and you gathered the entire nation, you are on unison, on one accord, to win this battle that was up against you. He said, I will fight this battle for you. So with this reassurance, for them now it was just a matter of praise and worship. Yes. They were now just able to give him the glory because they know that the battle was already won. Yes. They already knew this. So they just offered praises to him and everything. But they didn't just offer any piano praise. No. They praised him in the beauty of his holiness because our God is righteous. And because we know that we serve a big God, we should praise him wholeheartedly. And this is the praise that they offered up to God in this time. So when the enemies came up against them, they continued praising right throughout. And of course, to no surprise, they did win this battle by their praises, and with no weapons, no physical interaction. They were praising and they were able to defeat the nations that had come up against them. So looking back now at my hero, or this hero, Jehoshaphat, he has set some very important, things in place that we should follow in our daily lives. So when we go out and we see some things, because we all face challenges, this is no new story. So when we see some things and we say, maybe I can do it on my own, we should revert back to this chapter and see where Jehoshaphat didn't rely on his own strength or his own knowledge, but he went, he seeked the face of God, and he carried everybody along with him, and they were in one accord to one purpose, because they wanted to win the battle. And in this time, you offer your praises, you fast, and you see God's face, and when you do that, trust me, he will come through for you. So keep praising, and thank you.